Hello, everyone. We are here ready to go. You guys, I have a new yoga mat that I'm breaking in for this class, so I'm super excited. If I haven't had this question come up in a while, but if you're curious about yoga mat recommendations, I've practiced on a lot. So if you ever need some tips, hit me up and I can share some of my favorites. Really, the perfect yoga mat just kind of depends on how much you sweat, your body type, and kind of what you need the most help with. It's amazing once you get a good mat how your practice might change. For me, it's helped just stabilize my body, just getting a mat that grips really well. So let me know if you have questions about yoga mats. My name is Aubrey, by the way, if you're joining and I haven't met you before. Welcome to our Power Flow class. Tonight, I feel like focusing on breath work. So we do what's called Ujjayi breathing, which is in and out through your nose only. And it's something that takes a lot of practice. Honestly, starting yoga, especially for me, the first thing I was really trying to figure out was how to just do the poses. Once you get comfortable with the poses, you can bring in the breath. But I feel like you can work on both. So we can focus more on breathing and getting familiar with how that feels, and focusing a little bit less on alignment, more on the feeling of breath. So I'll try to remember to create some space at the end for another kind of breath technique that is a little more restorative. So I would say remind me. I'll just have to remind myself. So let's go ahead and get started. Meet on your mat in child's pose. So for child's pose, your knees can go out wide for a little extra hip opening. I'm going to move my props. Let your arms stretch out in front of you. And here's a good place to close your eyes and focus on your breathing in and out. As I mentioned, this is a breath that goes in and out through your nose. And if the mic is working, you should be able to hear me breathing in and out with a little bit of constriction in the back of my throat. That's part of the breath as well. So when your breath is audible, it's really easy to check in and remind yourself to bring it back if you lose it or to deepen it. So let's come up to a tabletop position, all fours, cow pose and cat pose. So with the breath, inhale, lift your chest, drop your belly. Exhale, do the opposite, pull your belly towards the sky. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Feel that stretch. Exhale, cat. Push the mat away. Meet in a neutral table, so everything is flattened out. Extend your right arm towards the front of your mat and past it. Take your left leg back behind you so you're in an awkward tabletop. This is more breath work here. Inhale, stretch out as long as you can. Exhale, pull your elbow towards your knee. Inhale, extend. So when you're breathing in, you lengthen. When you breathe out, squeeze your abs tight. Another round. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to strengthen, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. This time on your exhale, take your foot out to the side, your arm out to the side as well. So really awkward table. We'll stay and just breathe here. Focus on your stability. Inhale one more time, stretch forward and back. Reset, arms and legs. Do one cow and cat flow to reset your body here. And then we'll come to neutral. On your breath in, you do the opposite arm, opposite leg. Extends. Breathe out, squeeze tight. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull it all in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. We might have done an extra. Go ahead, extend. Breathe out, take everything out to the sides, awkward table balance, hold, and focus on just breathing, even if you're falling all over the place. The next time you inhale, come back to your arm and legs stretched. On your breath out, reset, and then come to downward facing dog. Push yourself back. And take some inhales and exhales right here. So what's tempting in this first down dog of class is to just kind of pedal feet, like whatever. You're welcome to do that. My invitation is to pedal your feet with your breathing. So feel how it feels to inhale, lift one heel. Exhale, switch it. So a little more intention flowing with breath. And if the pedaling doesn't really suit you, you can always have your legs still. Again, tuning in with breath here. Now use your inhales and exhales as you walk all the way up to your hands. This can be a slow motion movement. Take a ragdoll pose at the top of your mat. So ragdoll is typically grabbing opposite elbows. If you have another way you like to do this stretch, you are always welcome to do that. Let your head shake out left and right, up and down. On your exhale, let your arms drop. On your inhale, stretch all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold in half. So we're just getting the feel for breathing. Inhale, mountain, sweep up tall. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, extended mountain. Take your hands together as you breathe out in front of your heart. And we will officially begin this practice together with one chant of Om. Exhale completely. Inhale together. Om. All right, let's move with our breath, flowing sun salutation A. So again, less focus on getting it right, more just about feeling your breath. Inhale, take your arms up, mountain pose. Exhale, fold in half, squeeze your belly. Inhale, halfway lift, pull your shoulders in close. Exhale, fold over. We'll do a couple more. Inhale, lift halfway, stretch forward with your chest. Exhale, let it drop. One more time, halfway lift, breathe in, feel the space. Exhale, hands down, feet back, plank. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Don't worry, we'll do some push-ups for sure. Take a moment to reset. And you can either close your eyes here or look in between your big toes. I typically wouldn't say to close your eyes, but for the breath practice, the breath focus, that might help you out. You decide. Exhale all your air. Inhale, if your eyes are closed, open them. Lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or jump to the top. Breathe in, lift halfway. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, stretch up tall, mountain pose. Breathe out, fold over. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, plank pose. Breathe in, shift forward. This time we take our push-up. Chaturanga, exhale it out. And when you breathe in, straighten your arms, upward facing dog. Downward dog, exhale your breath. Stay for one inhale here. Completely exhale. And let's go again. Inhale, lift up to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, hold the breath out, walk or jump forward. Halfway lift, breathe. Fold over, exhale. Mountain pose, reach up. Fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, expand forward. Take it right down to the chaturanga. You do one full exhale as you do the push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We have one more. Inhale, come up to your tippy toes. Exhale, knees down low. Make your way forward. Halfway lift, deep breath. Forward fold, let it out. Extended mountain, open up. Forward fold, let the air clear. Halfway up, take an inhale. Step or jump, take your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, fill your lungs up. Downward dog, push the air out. And we'll stay a few inhales and exhales here. Stretch out your fingers nice and wide. And again, if you feel called to pedal your feet, do it with your breathing here. So just make every movement tied to an inhale or an exhale. And so the purpose of flowing with breath, if you'll notice the pattern here, when you're inhaling, it's mostly about creating a stretch. It's about lengthening. It's about opening up. And when you're exhaling, you're creating strength. Your belly squeezes. You might be folding forward instead of opening up like you do on an inhale. So there's definitely a pattern with your breathing. Once you get that familiarity down, like you get that flow in you, you can really start to emphasize those stretches and the compression based on whether you're doing a breath in or a breath out. So let's keep going for it. Breathe out. Inhale, stretch your feet, lift your heels. Exhale, coil up, bend your knees, press forward. Inhale, stretch out halfway. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, chair pose, breathe in. And then we'll sit lower on the breath out. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in for your halfway lift. Feel the length. And then step or jump, chaturanga. Exhale out. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward with your right foot, warrior one. Settle in for a couple breaths right here. So this is a good spot to practice the inhaling, creating space, the exhaling, creating strength. So for me, when I make it to warrior one, I'm thinking every time that I breathe out, I'm either turning my hips or squeezing my belly. Every time I breathe in, I'm lifting, I'm stretching, I'm opening. So you've got a decision to make while you're in your warrior one. What do you do with each of those breaths, or the in breath and the out breath? So you're always in creation if you choose to be. Let's go for another inhale, stretch it up, and then step forward now. Exhale, fold over. Halfway lift, breathe in. Take it back, chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Down dog, exhale it. Inhale, step up, left foot, warrior one. So like I said, inhales and exhales, you get to play with those and feel it. Like when you breathe out, your abs naturally compress. They squeeze your air out of your lungs. You get a little bit more stability, more strength. And your inhales, you're opening up. You're filling your lungs up. So use that to assist you in deepening the pose here. We'll go again. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, step to the top and fold in half. Lift halfway. And then we float. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Lift your heels, breathe in. Bend your knees, breathe out. Walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale for your chair pose. You get just one breath. Make it count. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway up. Breathe. Chaturanga. Fully exhale as you bend. Inhale, upward. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot to the top. Warrior one. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. So it's going a little faster. Just feel the flow of breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, warrior one, left side. Take a giant step, full extension. When you exhale, come through chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. We've got one more sun B. Inhale, come up to your toes. Exhale, bend low, jump or step or walk, halfway lift, breathe. Forward fold, let it go. Meet in chair pose, inhale. Bow down, exhale. Halfway lift, in breath. Come through, chaturanga, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Inhale, upward. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one, right side. Breathe as you reach. Exhale and flow, chaturanga. And it's cool if you breathe slower or faster. You make it through that flow back to down dog. One more side, warrior one. One breath takes you up. And then you do your flow, chaturanga. Upward facing to downward facing dog. Press all the way back. And then we'll stay for a couple rounds of Ujjayi breath. Get your fingers nice and stretched. You can look back at your toes, do the same thing there. And if at any point you do get a little overheated with this breath, you can open your mouth, clear some air. Take your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Breathe out, pull your knee towards your nose. Breathe in, take it up long, three-legged dog. Two more times, knee to nose, exhale. Inhale, extension. Exhale, draw it in close. Step up, low crescent lunge. So have your back knee planted on the ground. Both arms up to the ceiling. It's really up to you if you want to keep your back toes curled under or not. But for right now, focus just on your inhales and exhales. So like I was mentioning before, your inhales can create that strength from the squeezing, the pressure of pushing the air out of your lungs. And your inhales can create extension. Maybe that looks like reaching up more, could be drawing back. Whatever that feels like to you, whatever you feel called to do with that breath in and that breath out, awesome. That's really the goal right now, is just to feel that. Just feel the flow of breath. So if your toes are not curled under now, now's the time to put them there. Breathe out. And then press up on your inhale, crescent lunge. Take your hands together, breathe out. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, twist to the right side. So right here, especially in twisting, the breath is so important. You want to create length on your inhale. So the direction of your chest is forward on your inhale, and on your exhale, you might be able to rotate a little bit deeper. But the inhales are the part you want to focus on, the length before the twist. If you feel good with it, you can open your arms and then press back up, crescent lunge. Take an inhale, reach your arms up tall. Exhale, warrior two, turn over to the side. Look right over your front fingertips. Breathe out. Inhale, stretch your body forward. Notice the inhale is length. Exhale, side angle lunge with this extended arm overhead. So we'll be here for a few deep breaths. In this case, same idea, lengthening on the inhale, rotating on the exhale. And here, the rotation is turning your chest up towards the ceiling. So just listen to your own breathing, create that depth on your own. You're in charge of where this goes, every breath in, every breath out. So we'll go for one more inhale. On your exhale, come back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior two. Let your right leg straighten, feels so nice. Come back up, turn your feet over to the left side of your mat. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take a breath in, lift your chest. Breathe out, fold forward. And if it's hard for you to clasp your hands like this, you can also grab your forearms behind your back, or you can use a towel or a strap to help you make that connection here. So again, with folding over, just focus on your inhales and exhales. Listen to how that feels in your body. In this case, when we're not doing a super strength type of activity, this right here is more of a passive stretch. There's certain time to relax them. So in this case, let your exhales almost be like a sigh of relief. And imagine those muscles that feel a little tight. Every time you exhale, imagine them releasing and softening. Exhale again. Breathe in, lift your body up. Take your arms back out, bend your front knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior two, keep your front knee low. And when you breathe out, we flow, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, all the way back to where you started. Get your fingers nice and grounded. And then we'll go three-legged dog left side. So take the breath to kick your heel up higher. Breathe out, knee to your face. It's just like that cat-cow. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, draw it in. Again, three-legged dog. Extend it, breathe in. Pull in, squeeze your air out. Step through, low crescent lunge. So if your back knee does not feel good with this, you can always curl up a towel or roll your mat right underneath your knee here. Take a few deep breaths and just experiment. Since this is a lower version, like physically you're lower to the ground, so more points of contact, use this time to really explore the breathing and what that does. I find it's easier to breathe when you have more pieces touching the ground. See what that feels like for you. We have one more breath in. Take your hands together, exhale. On your breath in, come up, regular crescent lunge. I just realized we stayed a little bit longer on the first side, so we'll stay for another breath. With your hands together, breathe in, stretch forward. Breathe out, twist over your left side. So same idea. Every breath in, you lengthen. Every breath out, you strengthen. Your arms can go apart. Do whatever feels right. Breathe in, lift up, crescent lunge. Open up to the right, warrior two. So get situated. And then on your inhale, you stretch over. Exhale, set it up, extended side angle lunge. So think about, every time you breathe in, think about reaching away from your back foot. So you're trying to create more space. And when you exhale, you rotate your chest towards the ceiling, especially if your armpit is blocking you. We'll stay just a little bit longer. Exhale completely. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse it. Take your front leg, stretch it out. And then we'll do one more side facing wide-legged fold, this time to the right side of your mat. Same thing, you inhale to lift your heart. You exhale to drop it. And I created the bind on this side again, totally up to you. So again, this is a breath-focused practice. So if there's another variation that you'd like to do right now, go for it. If you feel super stable here, you can also close your eyes. Tune in with your Ujjayi. Stay for a couple more. Fully breathe out. Inhale, lift yourself back to standing. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior two. Take a deep breath. Cartwheel to the mat, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breathe out, downward dog. Inhale, come up to your tippy toes. Bend your knees, exhale all the way. Hop or walk forward, halfway lift. Fold down, fully breathe out. Extended mountain pose, reach to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees slightly. Eagle pose, wrap it up. Right leg goes on top. Right arm goes underneath. So same thing that I've been talking about throughout class. When you're in balancing poses, you're squeezing on your exhales, you're lengthening on your inhales. So even when you're bound up like a pretzel here, still focus on what the breath creates in your body. When you breathe in, you unwrap, extended mountain. Exhale, bend your knees just a little. Eagle pose, second side. So for me, especially when I'm in balancing poses, I tend to forget that I have ab muscles. That is a great place to focus when you're breathing out. Because like I said, your abs naturally contract when you're exhaling. So use that, experience that, breathe out, unwrap, extended mountain. Sit back down into eagle position, wrap it up. So we'll go for some breath work here too. Inhale, lift your elbows up higher. Exhale, curl in, elbows to knees. So this can go really slow breath. Inhale, lift yourself back up. We're going for two more. Exhale, elbows to knees. They don't have to touch. Inhale, come back. And then we do it one more time. Exhale, curl down, squeeze your belly. Stay low with your elbows. take your right leg back behind you. Airplane legs, eagle arms. Breathe out, squeeze a little tighter. Breathe in, take your arms back behind you. It's gonna feel nice, feel this stretch. Turn yourself open to the right side, half moon. So this is a perfect spot to use a block or a water bottle underneath your left hand. So here on your breath, take your inhales to lift more and your exhales to push into the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push. One more, breathe in. Maybe fall over. Exhale, step to the ground, forward fold. Bend your knees, latch onto your big toes. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let your head drop. Focus on a couple deep breaths here in your folds. Check in with the muscles of your neck and see, are they soft? Do you need to send a relaxing exhale there? Inhale, release your toes, halfway lift. Bow down again, breathe out. Stand all the way up and reach, extended mountain, breathe deep. Bend your knees a little, let's go for eagle on the left side. So we're gonna be here for a bit. Get really anchored through your right foot. And let's go for the breathing here. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, round down. Inhale again, lift up to your eagle. Exhale, roll it down. Keep your legs squeezing. And then we release it. Pull your left leg back behind you. Airplane through your legs. Extend your arms forward just a little more. And then reach them back behind you. Feel your heart open as you breathe in. When you breathe out, tilt, open to the left. Use your props if you got it. Half moon. So again, inhales for expansion, exhales for strength. Keep your eyes on one spot. That was a reminder for me too. Steady your gaze, just focus on breathing. Breathe in to open. Breathe out to strengthen. We have one more. Inhale. Release it. Forward fold. Take a gorilla pose. Hands underneath your feet now. Give yourself a little hand massage. Let your neck release as you exhale. Let your hands come free. Stand up for mountain pose. Take a full breath in. Take your hands together at heart center. Tree pose, right side. So you can place your right foot anywhere but your knee, since your knee doesn't like to bend left and right. This is such a great place to catch your breath again. So use it now. And just like we've been practicing, use your inhales to create space, to create lift, and your exhales to create more stability. Stability could mean pressing your foot into your leg more. It could mean hugging your belly in. Could mean pushing into the ground. Just explore. And on your inhale, if your arms are not reaching up, go ahead, stretch them. On your exhale, press your palms back together, draw them to your heart, reset your foot. Let's go for one more, second side, tree pose. Deep, powerful breaths here. Use each one to express yourself a little bit more. You decide what that means for you. But you've got the tools, right? Like you understand a little bit of the action of inhales and exhales in yoga. So continue to play with that. Take your arms to the ceiling. If they're not there, we'll breathe in together. Exhale, hands back, both feet down. And let's do a little flow to clean that off. Extended mountain pose, reach up, breathe. Forward fold, clear it out. Halfway lifts, take a breath. Slide your left foot back, low lunge. On your breath in, take your arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Open to warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior two, but let your front leg straighten out. Breathe out, come to neutral. Breathe in, reach your chest towards the front edge of your mat. Settle in as you breathe out for triangle pose. So the whole purpose of breaking it down like that is to create that extra space. So rather than just like plopping in to triangle, you're creating more space for each of your vertebrae, letting yourself open up and keep that integrity through your spine. So what you're looking for is more straightness, more length through your back, not so much of an arching down. Want both sides of your ribs opening up evenly. Lift yourself to stand. Grab your hip bones, turn them forward, angle both feet forward as well. We're going for pyramid pose. Take your hands in some sort of bind. And here we go with breath. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, drop your head, drop your chest. And you can keep creating that. You inhale for a little halfway lift. You can exhale, drop it back down. So whenever I do that practice, like actually lifting and lowering, I find myself getting way deeper into the stretch. You can do that if you want to. If you don't, I still invite you to work with the breathing here to help you create a deeper version of the stretch. Let go of your hands, breathe out all the way. Inhale, lift your chest for sure this time. Take a big step back and flow it out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your heels up, breathe in. Bend your knees, breathe out, and jump or walk to your hands. Lift halfway. Slide your right foot back this time and press up on your breath in, crescent lunge. Warrior two, breathe out. Inhale, straighten as you reverse your warrior. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, reach your chest, forward, forward, forward. Let your hand drop. Keep that extension, triangle pose. And so now with your breath, you're focusing on reaching away from your hips as you breathe in. And maybe as you exhale, you're either squeezing your shoulders in or pressing your hips forward. You have plenty of options. So play with how that breath transforms your pose here. Let's come up on the inhale. Grab your hips, turn yourself to square, and then create the bind, hands together behind you. Let's go for pyramid. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe out, fold forward. Same thing here. You can either create that actual literal halfway lift and fold over and over as you breathe, or if it feels better to stay folded over, you are welcome to go for that too. Just use your ujjayi to your advantage here. Unbind your hands. Inhale for your chest to lift. Exhale, flow it out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward dog, exhale fully. Inhale, plank. Exhale, come to your forearms, forearm plank. Inhale, tiptoe your toes forward, dolphin pose. Exhale, walk them back, forearm plank. 2 more times, inhale, walk forward. I know it burns, exhale, walk it back. Keep pushing the ground with your forearms. 1 more time, dolphin pose. Press up, this time hold it, and just breathe. Inhale to lift your chest away from the floor. Your exhale, get a little stronger through your abs. Let's go back to forearm plank. Breathe in here. Exhale, drop down to your belly. You can let one cheek touch the floor. And this is a perfect spot to open your mouth. Drop the ujjayi and just let a cleansing exhale come through. You can turn your face the opposite way. Then take your face back to center. We've got a little bit more work to do. Take your arms into a cricket position right here, or a locust position, because that's where we're going next. Breathe in, lift your chest, lift your legs, lift your hands. Breathe out, come back down. So moving with your breath, inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Final round, inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch your arms back behind you. Inhale, drive your heels towards your butt. Grab your ankles. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, come down. If you let go of your feet, grab one more time. Floor bow, final round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let go, and let go for real. You can move your feet left and right. Take your feet back behind you. Hands back into locust position. But now we're going to upward facing dog. Go ahead. Inhale, press up. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up to your toes. Exhale, knees down low. Jump or crawl to your back. Let's go for a bridge pose. If you're extra lucky and you have a block here, you can use it underneath your sacrum for a lazy bridge. That's going to be the one that I cue today. If you have a regular bridge, this is what you do. I said I would just cue lazy, but I can't help myself. So if you don't have a lazy bridge, this is what you'll go for. So regular bridge, butt off the floor. And we're moving with your inhales and exhales. Lazy bridges stay right where you are, but you can breathe with us. Inhale to push into the mat. Exhale, let your back lower. And we'll go up nice and slow. Inhale, lift your tail. Low back, mid back, upper back. Exhale, drop it slowly. We'll go another round. Inhale, press up. Exhale, flow it down. I feel like 2 more like this. So really experience inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Last time, inhale, lift. You can push your forearms down 2. Exhale, drop it to the mat. Butterfly position. If you were really craving a wheel pose, you can put it after all that. And if you're like, heck no, this butterfly might be the perfect place to be for you. Pull your knees in, butt out to the sides. Take happy baby pose. You can grab your feet or lower on your legs, whatever helps your back stay connected to the floor. So if you're curling up like this, just grab somewhere lower. Give yourself some relief right there. Release whatever you grabbed. Waterfall position here. Lift your shoulder blades up and reach forward. So we're going to go for some core with breath. So now the breath should be sharp little exhales as you move through this. So let's breathe in here. Exhale, lower your feet 30%. Breathe in. Exhale, lower again 30%. Breathe in, lift up. Switch your toes together, heels apart. Inhale. Exhale, drop 30. Breathe deep. Sharp exhale, lower 30 more. Inhale, back up. Switch the angle of your feet, make the letter V. Inhale, lower 30. Breathe. 30 more. Boat pose. Inhale, up. Woo. Exhale, low boat. 2 more. Inhale, boat. Exhale, low. Last time. Inhale, boat. Take your hands behind your head. Boat bicycles, just 10. Twist for 10. 9. Exhale as you twist. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay back, hug your knees. Feel free to open mouth. Exhale. Waterfall position just for a moment. If your hammies are really tight, it might be more of a bent knee position. That's okay. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Rock up and down a couple times. And then make your way to half pigeon pose. Right leg at the front, left leg back behind you. So even here, we'll flow with breath here. So once you've got your legs positioned, lift your chest. So you're in a proud pigeon. Take a deep inhale, stretch up higher. Exhale, move your chest forward. And then let your head drop. If it's really tough to relax your head and your shoulders, this is a perfect place to use a prop. You can use it underneath your forehead, underneath your chest. So now the function of your breath is way more about softening and relaxing. So kind of like in those forward folds that we did before, where your exhales kind of bring some relaxation to your muscles. This is what you want to focus on right here. So for me, the way it works best is I'll keep my eyes closed and I'll kind of put my attention on the parts of my body that feel really stuck or really tight. And with my attention on those places, just one at a time, one place at a time, I'll breathe in and imagine length happening. And when I breathe out, I imagine release. So just by controlling your breathing here, you can have an impact on your stretch. If your stretch doesn't feel like it changes, perhaps at the very least, you might feel something shift with your nervous system. So just calming the mind, calming some of those fight or flight signals that may pop up when it feels a little tense or scary. Breathe out one last time here. Run your breath in, lift back up into your proud pigeon. And then we'll switch legs. Half pigeon, other side. So even the little setup spots that happen before you're actually in the pose, you can use your breath to assist you there. So we'll do that here again. Inhale, take your chest high. Exhale, extend forward, let your chest come down. Use your breathing to let everything soften and melt. There's this, I had this idea of yoga practice a long time ago, but there's this idea that eventually the more you do yoga, the easier it gets, right? And to some extent that's true. And then the more you practice yoga, the more you find ways to deepen the postures or deepen your breath, and then you'll get to a point where you're just always hitting a new edge. And to me, the breathing is a signal for when you're at the edge. So if you start to lose your breath or it feels kind of choppy or shallow, that's when you know you're at a new level of your practice, even if it may not look like it physically. Your breath is kind of revealing those places where maybe you can relax a little more, maybe you can practice acceptance or practice surrender, practice staying when it gets hard. So use your breath as a tool, not only to help you relax, but also for some self-discovery right here. Exhale completely. Take your hands back, your chest up, proud half pigeon. And then exhale, swing your legs around in front. Seated forward fold with breath as we've been doing. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, reach towards your feet. And when I say reach, I don't necessarily just mean your hands, more about your chest. And like we practiced in the pyramid stance, you can also, even here, lift your chest on your inhale and drop it on your exhale. Every time you breathe, inhale, exhale. We'll go one more time. Lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, fold it over. Take your hands back behind you, reverse tabletop. So almost one of the first poses we did in class, but now reversed. Push the ground away. Take a deep breath here. Breathe out, release to the floor. So today we'll do, like I said, I would do my best to remember. We'll do a breath practice before we go to rest here. So come into a seated position. It can be cross-legged. You can have your feet flat on the floor. Anything that helps you feel comfortable. And then take your two fingers. So first, your index finger and your middle finger, place them on your third eye. So right between your eyebrows. So this is called Nadi Shodhana. This is a alternate nostril breathing practice. So if you're feeling a little stuffy or allergy-y, this may be kind of tough. We'll see how it goes today. So with your two fingers on your third eye, take your pinky finger and your thumb out. So these will be your assistants here. So go ahead and plug your right nostril with your thumb. So assuming you're using your right hand here, take an inhale through your left nostril with your eyes closed. Switch, plug your left nostril with your pinky finger and exhale out the right side. Keep your finger right where it is. Inhale through the right side. Exhale, plug the right, exhale on the left. Draw air in through the left side. Switch the grip. Exhale, right. Air in through the right side. Air out through the left. Inhale left. Switch, exhale right. Another round, inhale right. Exhale left. Release that, come back to center. Recline on your back. So hopefully by now, if you're feeling very chill, lay down on your back. Let your knees drop over to the right side. Supine twist. Take your knees over to the opposite side. Come back to a butterfly position, feet together, knees apart. So this is your Shavasana time. You can let your legs stay in butterfly. You can extend them out on the mat. If your back feels any tension, you can place your feet flat and let your knees rest lightly against each other. And if you were just digging into that alternate nostril breath and you want to keep that going, if it felt calming for you, you can also do that here for your Shavasana. If that didn't really suit you, you can breathe normally, gently for your resting pose. I really enjoy that breath practice because I find it keeps me very focused. So that's one way that you can breathe in your resting pose. There's one more breath practice that you can incorporate into your rest today. It is a 4-part breath or a box breath. And as you're doing this breath practice, if you're not doing the alternate nostril breathing, you focus on even counts. So in this instance, we'll count in 4s for each part of your breath. So if you're working on this with me, go ahead and exhale all the way out. Take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep moving through that 4-part breath. The more practice you get, you can start to lengthen out those parts. Maybe you go from the count of 4 to the count of 5, 6. As long as you can make it. The breath is your tool here to help you stay present, to help calm your body, calm your mind. The alternate nostril breath gave me a little sneeze, just helping you clear some things out. And if those breath practices just feel like a little too much, you can always just breathe normally. We'll start to come back now. You can wiggle your toes and fingers. Take your arms and legs out, stretch. Next time you exhale, you can squeeze into a tight little ball and then gently lay on one side, infant's pose. Take yourself to a seated position. Again, whatever position feels right to you. If you opened your eyes, close them again gently. And then touch your hands together in front of your heart. We will close our class together with one final Om. Breathe out. Breathe in. Take your thumbs to touch your third eye. Thank you so very much for showing up to practice today. I always appreciate your presence. Thank you. The light in me sees, honors, and loves the light in you. We bow as we say, Namaste. Yay! I feel like we did a little bit more variety in terms of breath practice today than maybe some of the other breath-focused flows that I've done before. Hopefully you got something new out of that practice. As always, if you have questions or requests or anything at all that you need support with, please feel free to leave a comment or post in the chat. So we're getting closer and closer to opening the new gym space, which is going to look and feel amazing. I'll tell you that for sure. I've been staying in touch with the progress. Man, it's a really cool spot. So stay tuned for our updates on that. In the meantime, keep showing up for classes. I'll be back again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central. Check it out. You guys, take care. Enjoy your yoga till then. I will see you very soon. Bye for now.